welcome back to my channel. Today I am live to you from my floor because we're about to get crafty and make two do-it-yourself Halloween costumes just like you guys requested. This is going to be a Halloween video. Last minute ideas, Halloween is next week, so if you want something affordable that's easy to make for all the materials to be very accessible, then this video is for you. When I was buying the materials for this video, I didn't even realize how many times these have been made, but I tried my best trying to make them as do-it-yourself as possible, trying to make them really cute. A lot of these things you might already have in your closet, which is great, so you might only need to buy a few things from the store and it won't cost you that much. So if you want to know how to make them, just keep on watching. So for the Minnie Mouse outfit, you will need a red skirt, some red shoes, or yellow preferably if you have some, the Minnie Mouse ears, some white ribbon, some tights, some white acrylic paint, a little brush, and lastly a little stencil which I just made out of some cardboard paper and I cut off a little circle. So first let's get started on the Minnie Mouse skirt. So I'm just taking my red skater skirt, I'm going to lay it flat down on the floor to make it easier to work with. Now I'm just going to take some acrylic paint. We're going to take our brush and add it straight onto the skirt using the stencil we have. I'm taking a very thin layer, and beware this paint will go through the skirt, so I did have some stains on my floor, but with some water it was easily cleanable, so don't worry about that if you do get it onto your floor. But this is what it looks like once you remove the stencil. It gives you a pretty nice even circle, and then you're going to repeat this whole process on the entire skirt, which takes a while. You will need some patience, but it will look amazing in the end. So just keep going at it, space them out as evenly as you can, and you will be done in no time. This is the part that takes the longest, but it's the most rewarding once you see it done. By the way, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you should. It's just like my channel, Taking on Giselle. I try and update you guys as much as I can on there, so make sure to check that out. And ta-da! Now you are all done with your skirt. And for makeup, I'm going to be using the same look for both. I'm going to be adding some white eyeliner in my waterline, and this just gives it that more cartoony look, and it makes your eyes appear larger. I'm going to add a lot of pink blush. The pinker you have, the better, and again, that just gives it a more animated look. I'm going to be winging out my eyeliner, adding mascara, and lastly, just putting on some lipstick. Now throw on your tights, put on your finished skirt, and your red shoes, or whatever shoes you have, it doesn't really matter. Now I'm cutting off a little piece from the roll of ribbon we have and wrapping that around my waist. And now put on your Minnie Mouse ears, which if you don't have one, you can always make your own, and the look is complete. And that is the finished Minnie Mouse costume look. So I added some gloves just to make it a little bit more realistic. If you have a pair of white ones, that would probably go a lot better with it. Again, this is not an exact replica, but it's a really cute sort of teenager vibe type of costume, and I think it is adorable and will suit you really well if you try it out. Now for the Minion costume, you will need a pair of combat boots, a long sleeve yellow shirt, a piece of black felt, some overalls, preferably blue, but I only had white, so again, work with what you have. I got a thin pair of socks that go up to your calf, and these are only 50 cents at Walmart. I also found this Minion notepad, and what I'm going to be using it for are for the eyeballs only. You can print this out instead, but I found that it would be a lot easier and sturdier. It was only $1 again at Walmart at their party section. Any piece of string, thread, or cord, and you will also need some glue. And if you want to give it a more unique touch, make sure to get some black gloves to finish off the look. To make the Minion goggles, I'm going to be cutting off the front and the back of the book. Once that's done, I'm going to carve out the eyes so we can see through them. So I'm going to take a blade, and this is totally optional, so if you do decide to use one, make sure you're careful. I'm going to cut off a little piece just to make it easier to move in with my scissors. I'm taking my blade again to make little incisions on the sides of the goggles, and we're going to use these little holes to insert our thread to this so we can wrap this around our head and make sure that it stays. So I'm taking that thread, I'm going to make little knots, but first let's glue the eyes together, and now we can make our knots. And there are your finished goggles. Now to make the Minion G that goes in the middle of their overalls, I just Google searched Minion G and I found a little template, and I just cut it off with my sheet of felt and glued it right in the middle. Now put on your socks, your boots, and everything else, and let's see the finished look. And here is the finished look. How cute is this? I know it will look so much more realistic if the overalls were blue. So if you have blue ones, go ahead and use those. But if you don't, work with what you have and work it. You'll have a great and safe Halloween. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye! Trying to dim every single spark that could hurt, that could burn all of me. Like a soldier on the back.